National Rundown, Philly's mayor is booed. Find out what Super Tuesday is, and we'll take a look at this weekend's gorgeous weather. Stay with us. Good afternoon, I'm Colleen Murphy, and welcome to the Rowan National Rundown. Philly's Mayor Nutter is interrupted during a council meeting on Thursday. While giving his budget speech, union workers booed Nutter as he spoke about more costs and addition of 400 police officers. Nutter claims Philadelphia must rebuild and invest everywhere they can. The cost for benefit plans for union workers will rise as well. And now here's Kara Finstrom with news on a recent solar storm.
This is an image from NASA of the massive flare that erupted on the sun Tuesday, triggering the most powerful solar storm to hit the Earth in 5 years. This isn't a storm we can see or feel, but scientists warn between now and Friday it could possibly cause trouble for power grids, GPS systems, and cell phones.
I love my cell phone. I need it. I can't leave home without it. So if it went off, it probably would be an inconvenience.
Scientists say the storm hit at about 2:45 this morning. So what exactly is happening? In these images of past solar flares, you can see highly charged particles exploding from the sun's surface. They then rush towards Earth at speeds of up to 4 million miles an hour. Scientists believe this storm's only real potential threat is to technology. It could mess with it in 3 ways: through radiation, radio, and magnetic emissions. Still, Sarit Sibak Kaur is taking precautions to protect herself from any extra radiation.
Yoga exercises, sets that are called kriyas in our practice, and these are given to protect you from the solar radiation that comes from things like solar flares.
Arnold Darrow leads patrons on tours of the Griffith Observatory and knows many will come today to see their telescope's live images of the sun and learn about the Earth's layers of protection against solar storms.
Thankfully, the magnetic field is what's protecting us. That's one reason why Mars wouldn't be a safe place for astronauts, because the planet Mars doesn't have a magnetic field.
Meanwhile, the LA Police Department says it's not anticipating any problems, but will be continuing to monitor the solar storm. Reporting from the Griffith Park Observatory, Kara Finstrom, CBS 2 News.
Michael Felder was convicted and sentenced to life in prison this morning after a 2-on-2 pickup basketball game took a turn for the worse. Felder was shot and killed Jarrett Green at Shepherd Playground in 2009 in front of his brother Malcolm. Malcolm was too emotional to attend court, but asked to keep the basketball from that terrible day. Pull out your ID, but not to get into the bar for St. Patrick's Day. The Pennsylvania State Senate has approved a controversial bill that would require voters to present photo ID at state polling centers. The bill is to protect the integrity of the voting process and is to be in effect for the November election. Anonymous hacker Sabu is arrested in Manhattan. U.S. authorities revealed Wednesday that Hector Xavier Monsegur, age 28, a lead hacker, was arrested in June. Sabu was the leader of 6 hackers that attacked the CIA, Japan's Sony Corporation, and agencies in Britain, Ireland, and Mexico. The Obama administration's working group is set to discuss rising gas prices this week. The current gas average is $3.77 a gallon. The group will also be looking into any possible energy market manipulation. An unemployed Michigan woman hit it big in the lottery a few months ago. However, Amanda Clayton continued to receive food aid from the state. After winning over $1 million, she bought a new house and a new car. She failed to report her newfound wealth, so the government pulled her benefits. Her argument was, "I have no income and I have 2 houses." New Jersey Transit is looking into giving buses their own designated lanes along heavily traveled routes into Philadelphia. The plans would cost upwards of $46 million and would help speed up the commute to and from the city. Better stop texting while driving. Pennsylvania's new no texting while driving law went into effect this morning. However, it overrides Philadelphia's cell phone law. This means that police can pull you over for texting, but not if you are dialing a phone or talking on your handset. Coming up, Matt Nelson has more news on Whitney Houston's will. Plus, find out if this beautiful weather will last. Andrea Herdman has more when we return.
Sherry Pearson. You are the sole surviving heir of the King of Montanopolis, and you are now worth $45 million.
I'm rich! This can't be real.
Of course it's not real. Come on. Having money isn't about luck. Like that takeout meal. Cook at home instead, you can save thousands a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
2, 1.
And now here's Matt Nelson with entertainment.
Thank you, Colleen. Bobby Christina, who is Whitney Houston's only child, is receiving everything the famous pop superstar is leaving behind. A will was signed back in 1993 for Christina to receive her personal belongings. Christina will also receive a portion of money from Houston's trust at age 21, another at age 25, and the remainder at age 30. Family and friends were among the viewers at Monkey's legend Davy Jones' funeral, but his bandmates were not. The family wanted the funeral in Florida to be private and very low-key. The public funeral will take place in New York and the United Kingdom at a later date. Kelsey Grammer is now the owner of a multi-million-dollar house in Beverly Hills, Grammer has joint custody of 2 kids he had with his ex-wife Camille, and TMZ reports he wants to spend time on the West Coast with his kids. Colleen, back to you.
Thanks, Matt. Pennsylvania State Senate Committee has made legislation targeting the federal health care insurance mandate. The measure would call for a mandate to the state's constitution, making it no longer legally required to purchase health insurance. Pennsylvania voters would have to approve the amendment if lawmakers vote for it two consecutive sessions. And now here's Nicole James with your sports update.
76ers Evan Turner nabs career highlight. He scored 26 points during last night's game, which helped his team beat the Boston Celtics with a score of 103-71. It also helped them maintain their lead in the Atlantic Division. The Flyers to play the Florida Panthers tonight. The game will be held at Philadelphia's Wells Fargo Center. If the Flyers win, it will be their 4th victory in a row this season. Phillies lose to Houston Astros. The Astros took the game 10-3 Wednesday, with Jordan Schaefer and J.D. Martinez leading their team to victory. Schaefer started off the game with a single, scored the first run, and went 3-4. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Nicole. All right, now we're going to take a look with Miss Allison Lips over here. So, what do you got for me, Allison?
Well, Super Tuesday. Well, Super Tuesday was this past Tuesday. It's the Tuesday in February where the most states hold their primaries. Traditionally, it's March, isn't it?
Yeah.
Traditionally, but it's March this year. Votes for each candidate are then translated into delegates.
Okay.
This year it was on March 6th, and only the Republican primaries were held.
Okay, so who's left in the race for the Republican nomination?
Mitt Romney, Rick Santorum, Newt Gingrich, and Ron Paul.
Okay, and who won out of them?
Overall, Romney. He won 6 of the 10 states that held primaries on Super Tuesday, which gave him more than 400 delegates. Santorum won 3 states and received less than half the number of delegates that Romney did. Gingrich won 1 state, so it's highly unlikely that he will be the Republican nominee.
Okay, now does this mean Romney will? I mean, you just said it's kind of unlikely, but will it mean that he's the Republican nominee?
Not yet, although he does stand a good chance, and one of his advisors already said that it's unlikely anyone else will get the Republican nomination. In order to officially lock up the nomination, he needs a total of 1,144 delegates.
Okay, and when will we find out who won the Republican nomination?
Mid-May, even though it won't be official until the Republican convention in August.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Allison. And now here's Daryl Saul with the World News Minute.
A spy satellite moving over Iran is showing images of crews trying to clean up radioactive traces in Tehran. Diplomats say that the Iranian military facility is showing trucks and earth-moving vehicles at the site. According to two diplomats, they told the Associated Press that Iran was testing a small neutron trigger used to set off a nuclear explosion. Iran claims its nuclear program is peaceful, but Israel has hinted at a strike to stop the program. 7 trucks brought vital humanitarian aid to Syria Wednesday. The Syrian Red Crescent team entered the battle district of Baba Amr for 45 minutes to deliver medicine, food, and blankets to survivors of the Baba Amr siege. It is reported that the government troops have moved out of the area to new rebel targets in the northwest side of the country. 65 people were killed and 3 are still missing in Madagascar due to Tropical Storm Irina. The southeast side of the country was hit the hardest. It is reported that in a South African city, beaches were closed while waves reached 10 feet and ships were ordered to remain in the port. Back to you at the desk.
A half-hour documentary is the talk of the web. Stop Kony is a video about a movement to bring the Ugandan warlord and the leader of the Lord's Resistance Army, Joseph Kony, to justice. The LRA is notorious for abducting, raping, and maiming its victims. The group's main goal is to overthrow the current government. The video was posted by the Invisible Children group and has over 38 million views. Obesity is now beginning to affect the military. Due to Americans growing larger, there are less people qualified to serve in the military. The Army, along with the help of First Lady Michelle Obama, is requiring nutrition classes as part of basic training, along with improving the nutrition standards for 1.5 million troops and over 1,000 dining facilities as of February. Now we'll take a look what Andrea Herdman has with our weekend's fabulous weather.
Hi, I'm Andrea Herdman with your weather. We're going to look at your weather right now. Today's high is 69 degrees with a low of 43 degrees, partly cloudy, mostly windy today, And then we're going to go into our 5-day forecast. Friday is partly cloudy, high of 50 degrees, low of 31. Saturday is mostly sunny, high of 47, low of 34. Sunday is sunny again, high of 60, low of 41. Perfect way to start off spring break. And then we go into Monday, and it's cloudy, high of 61, low of 49. Tuesday's cloudy again, high of 68, low of 52. Now we're going to take a look at this week's weather window. And as you can see from this week's weather window, we have a picture of Bunce, and it's cloudy. It was mostly cloudy and windy all day today. It's going to be sunny, though, the rest of the weekend, perfect to start off spring break, and perfect for baseball season starting off.
I know, so excited for that weather. I'm going to the Philadelphia Flower Show on Sunday, so it'll be a great day for that, and really looking forward to it. You doing anything fun for this weekend?
Just going home, relaxing.
Yeah?
No work to do.
Right, so. Spring break, you know? All right, thank you, Andrea. That's all for this week's Rowan National Rundown. Enjoy the beautiful weather.